Well, we're talking about motor mounts today. This is one that a customer, longtime customer and friend, Jeff Pidcock, designed for his Pro Pioneer and Pioneer Extreme years ago. And we're using this design now because it's functional for our boats. But you need to decide first which side you're going to want to draw from. You want your shaft on the left side, so you reach back with your left hand and drive, or do you want to put it on the right side? And this matters because you're going to need to have a transom plate come up bolted to these corners here to hold your shaft above the top of this rail. So you need some height up off this. We provide a piece of plastic that you have to pre-drill your holes and everything yourself, because some people like it on the right or left, or they want to switch it up. But you're going to have to decide that up front so that when you mount this, you have plastic sticking up like that to mount your transom to.
You'll need to drill 4 holes in the plastic transom plate with a 1/4 inch drill bit. The easiest insurance that the holes will line up is to hold the plate in place and trace the holes with a Sharpie to mark the drill holes. Next, place the screw insets in the back side of the plate and cover them with tape to hold them in place until the screws are inserted in the motor mount holes. This makes it easier to tighten the screws when securing the transom plate. The next step is to put the motor mount in position on the raft to identify where the D-rings will need to be glued onto the raft. As long as the motor mount is secured to at least 2 top corners and 1 point on the bottom, the mount will be secured and functional once the motor is in use. On this cork, only 2 additional D-rings will need to be installed. Mark the outline of the D-ring patch with a pencil or pen. There is no set distance from the mount where the D-ring patch should be installed, but make sure it isn't placed on a seam or a fold. The bottom D-ring can be mounted anywhere that makes sense, but I recommend avoiding placing the D-ring on the flat bottom side where dragging hazards could strike the D-ring. There's a natural spot between the floor and the side tubes that offers a good position for the patch. Deflate the raft so the D-ring patches can be installed using a flat surface. The D-ring should be glued with HH66 repair adhesive using a 3-layer process. Glue should be applied in light layers to the raft and the patch. Apply the first layer to both and allow that coat to dry for at least 30 minutes. Apply the second layer to both and allow that coat to dry for 30 minutes. The third layer is the most critical in my opinion, because that coat should be still tacky when the patch is installed, and the position of the D-ring should face the motor mount corner hole so the strap aligns properly. Once it's time to apply the D-ring patch and the angle of the ring is assured, place the D-ring patch on the raft and apply firm pressure to ensure all edges get compressed to the glued area and completes a thorough chemical bond. The same 3-layer process is repeated with each D-ring patch to be installed.
You can use anything as a blanket, or a chafe blanket if you will. This is just a 5 by 18 inch strip of material. Can be used as anything. This is just something that is also part of your repair kit. It comes with a new boat. Nonetheless, I'm going to put it right over our area and cover these spots so we don't cause any undue wear. The boat is formed but not fully inflated, and that allows us to strap this thing down and then hyperinflate the tube to strengthen the rigidity.
When securing the cam strap on the bottom of the mount, you'll want to be cognizant of where the buckle rests to prevent hazard strikes. It's recommended to position the buckle next to the motor mount so it's more protected from strikes. It's that simple, and the LB motor mount is ready for use. Customers report the ideal motor size is a 2.5 horsepower with a long shaft. Some users prefer to have the mount powder coated to prevent aluminum oxidation stains on the raft.